Michael Schumacher wins the Belgian Grand Prix again.
It was Belgium for round 11 in the Ardennes Forest, the famous circuit of Spa-Francorchamps. One man absent from his home Grand Prix at Spa, Bertrand Gachot, jailed in an incident with a London cab driver. The jail term gave Michael Schumacher the opportunity to join Jordan, the 22-year-old German making his debut in Formula One, having learned his trade at the top level with the Mercedes sports car team. The Jordan drive was a great opportunity for him, and he proved his ability with 8th place in the first session of qualifying. A great boost for the team and himself.
Yeah, sure, I'm really happy. But anyway, I have to say, with this car, you can do this qualifying time. You know, the car feels really good, and yeah, it makes a lot of fun to drive. And also for the time, I'm really happy, yeah.
Spa starts are always fraught, with the hairpin immediately after the grid. Senna and Prost got away wheel to wheel. And down the hill it was Senna, Prost, Mansell, Berger and Piquet. As they rushed down to Eau Rouge, Alesi was behind Schumacher. But the Jordan faltered going up the hill.
He's just radioed in. I think we have a problem with something to do with the engine, and I think it's in the clutch department. We're not exactly sure. It's too early to say until he comes back.
At the green light, Mansell led Senna away. But further down the grid, the man who wasn't moving was Gerhard Berger. As it started to rain quite heavily, on the very next lap the leaders were into the pits to change tyres. More and more of them came in, but Senna stayed out. Then he too had to change tyres and dropped to 12th place, and as the rain stopped and the track started to dry, Schumacher had a quick off, damaging his tyres in the process. He decided to change them for dry ones. It was a momentous decision. On the fast drying track, Mansell delayed his tyre change for too long. By the time he came in, Schumacher was able to run away with the lead. So, by a combination of luck and clever tactics, Schumacher went on to win his first Grand Prix victory, exactly a year after his debut in Formula One on this very track.
Michael Schumacher, your first ever Grand Prix win and a track where you made your debut just a year ago. How are you feeling now?
I really can't describe it. I mean, it's something crazy. I don't know why, but when I was in the motorhome today, I thought I'm able to win this race. I'm really happy that I didn't win the race because of accidents or somebody has a problem on the car or whatever reason or fall out. I really won this race by myself and by the team.
Great circuit, unpredictable weather conditions, a quite incredible grid. The two World Championship contenders, Damon Hill and Michael Schumacher, are in 8th and 16th places. Schumacher is now up from 16th to 12th, and Häkkinen has spun. And look at Schumacher coming up through the field now, because Michael Schumacher is up into 5th position. He's ahead of his teammate. We're riding with him. That's Eddie Irvine still in front. We're on lap 7. Schumacher is leading now, of course, with that stop of Damon Hill having depressed him. And there is Hill in the background. Now, the point of this is that Schumacher has not been in and is on worn tyres. Hill could pull out of the slipstream of Michael Schumacher's Benetton and take the lead at the Belgian Grand Prix, if not sooner. He's looking for a way past. Schumacher blocks his path. Now, this is the chance for Damon Hill. This is where I said. But Schumacher's going to try and cut him off. Hill is alongside him and goes through. No! Schumacher's still marginally ahead. Pushes Damon Hill sideways, retaining his line.
Let's have another look there. Here we come. Hill's up the inside. Hill's got the line for the corner too. But Schumacher brakes desperately late. Doesn't lose control of the car. Bravely goes around the outside of Hill. He's on slicks in the wet and keeps ahead. So superb driving from Michael Schumacher. And again, Hill goes around the outside. Hill's trying the outside. Schumacher is driving very, very precisely, making Damon Hill really work. If you're going to come round by me, you're going to go around the long way, thinks Michael Schumacher. And he's absolutely right, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time before Hill does get by.
Remember Ayrton Senna and Nigel Mansell at Monaco. This is almost a replay of that. Now, is Hill going to get through? Yes! And Michael Schumacher runs wide, loses grip, goes over the cross. And Damon Hill really loses it coming out of the bus stop there. That is surprising. Damon Hill in second position with Schumacher through and into the lead. Out of the bus stop for the 44th and last time, a magnificent 16th career victory for Michael Schumacher, who starts 16th on the grid and superbly wins the Belgian Grand Prix again for another superlative win for himself and Benetton. Yes, yes, it's go! And Coulthard drags. Hakkinen gets away well. Look at Eddie Irvine coming up on the inside. Villeneuve goes up into second position. Schumacher is down into about sixth position. Bad start by the Ferrari. Great start by Eddie Irvine. Villeneuve. Look at Villeneuve. And into the wall. Who was that?
Coulthard in the wall.
David Coulthard into the wall. Will stop the race.
They'll have to red flag this.
Terrible. Look, this is quite appalling. This is the worst start for a Grand Prix that I have ever seen in the whole of my life.
Now watch it now, look, David Coulthard over on the your right of the picture, swings across and just lights up the rear wheels, had a big frontal impact into the wall anyway. And now the real action starts. David goes over to the other side and then in the middle somebody's braking. Eddie Irvine gets caught up into Benetton and they just keep smashing into each other. Look at Salo's car, his second big accident of the weekend, and then after that total carnage, nothing they can do.
Go, 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 go! Hakkinen leads away again. Irvine again comes up the left. Damon Hill has made an excellent start and leads! And leads! Damon Hill gets ahead of everybody at last source. Schumacher going round the outside.
And Hakkinen is
spinning Hakkinen. Schumacher hit Hakkinen. And Herbert has hit Hakkinen. Now, I can't believe they're not going to have to stop the race again.
At the moment, no sign of the red flags as Michael Schumacher comes up the inside of Eddie Irvine.
And takes second place. And out goes Coulthard. Coulthard is off, and one of the Benettons. This is terrible for the McLaren team. David Coulthard has kept the engine running, and Schumacher is up with Damon Hill. The Ferraris are second and third, and Damon leads a race for the first time since Hungary last year in the Arrows.
I think Michael will be thinking, I'm not going to take a wild move to get past this man. I've got a long afternoon ahead of me. I'll take him as and when I can. But here's a good chance. He got a much better run out of Blanchimont, up the inside into the bus stop. He has track position, squeezes Damon over a little bit. Michael Schumacher, a textbook overtaking opportunity as he came out of that sixth gear Blanchimont corner much, much better. Coulthard struggling around his McLaren, just not happy at all in these conditions for whatever reason. And we've seen the Ferrari team boss walking down the pit lane.
And let us not forget that David Coulthard in these appalling conditions. Oh God! Michael Schumacher hits David Coulthard and is out of the Belgian Grand Prix. Maybe he should have been a bit more circumspect about trying to pass him, but he is out. And Mika Hakkinen, in the nicest possible way, will be delighted. The World Championship situation is now the same as it was when the Belgian Grand Prix started, and Damon Hill is in the lead.
Yes, I think they probably just radioed to David to say, let him through, he's behind you, let him through. David lifts off and Schumi doesn't realise and runs into the back of him. Look, David's pulled over to one side, lifted off, and Michael clearly couldn't see.
Wow, what an incredible development. Now what is he up to? He's storming down the pit lane, presumably to go. Look at him, look at him. He's saying, I'm going to the stewards. James, can you enlighten? He's going to Coulthard. He's going to have it out with David Coulthard. This is a bit like Nigel Mansell and Ayrton Senna at that Belgian Grand Prix when Nigel got him by the throat. James, what's the news?
Unbelievable altercation, as you say. Jean Tots there, he's dragged his driver away. Michael is absolutely furious. This track is so tied in with the legend of Michael Schumacher. He made his debut here for Jordan in '91, first victory in '92. Since then he's won it 5 times. He's so on a mission today, isn't he, to get that historic 10th Grand Prix victory in a season here at Spa-Francorchamps. Go! Great start from Schumacher. Raikkonen cuts across to slice out Barrichello, but Barrichello is through. Raikkonen can't get round him, and Montoya well up as well. He's inside his teammate. You can see the 2 Renaults attacking hard. Eddie Irvine in the mix as well.
So Michael Schumacher then comfortably leads.
into the bus stop for the final time. Rubens Barrichello closing up behind him. And once again, for the 6th time in the Belgian Grand Prix, and a record 10th time, he wins the 10th win of the season. A fantastic drive by Michael Schumacher. Reliability, once again, the key for Ferrari. It's their 5th 1-2 finish of the season.
And, well, where's it going to stop, James?
Hold on to your seats then. When the lights go out, Schumacher will be aiming to be in 7th heaven here at Spa-Francorchamps. Truly away well. Look at Alonso, look at Schumacher. Cuts across to try and block him. Coulthard, though, is having a go as well. Is he up the inside of Schumacher, who goes round the side-by-side? Kimi's had an incident there. Looks like a Jaguar involved as well. The Sauber and the BAR's caught up in that. But Raikkonen, Martin, certainly involved in an incident there into La Source.
Yes, and Coulthard did make it past Michael Schumacher. Worst-case scenario then for him. Great for Renault and McLaren and Barrichello.
Now look at this, side-by-side down the hill.
Raikkonen then takes Michael Schumacher. Schumi absolutely asleep on the restart. Has he got a problem? He's now going to be under pressure immediately from Montoya. And the Renault's just scampered away at the front, strung the pack out, and Schumacher didn't seem to be anywhere there or thereabouts. And Montoya having a look around the outside. Michael will certainly soon cut that route off, but he is under pressure. And look, Raikkonen's just so long gone. This is Montoya's one and only chance, I'd imagine, with Schumacher surely, and he had to really get in there early. And look, Montoya said, I'll go around the outside then if that's the trick you're going to play on me. Schumacher with no grip at all. He's down then to P6. Let's see, with a fresh set of tyres that haven't been round on 4 laps behind the safety car, whether they'll give him more grip and the speed he was expecting to have. And where's Raikkonen? There then is Montoya. It's cost him. He's still tucked up behind Massa. Michael Schumacher then has cleared Juan Pablo Montoya. Yes, truly with very poor pace at the moment. Michael Schumacher just breezed past him.
Into the bus stop for the final time. A 27 race losing streak for Kimi Raikkonen comes to an end. He missed out on the world title by only 2 points last year, but he's beaten Michael Schumacher in the Belgian Grand Prix. A magnificent win for Kimi Raikkonen. Well done to him, but Michael Schumacher gets his 7th Formula One World Championship on a truly eventful day for Formula One racing. He has taken a giant step forward over everybody else in Formula One racing with his historic 7th World Championship.